I remember trying my best to cling on to my father when I was young, and there are good memories where he would play with me. However, that's not the picture that colored my childhood. I loved my father a lot while growing up, and even though he wasn't physically present often, I wanted to please him, except it seemed like nothing I did could make him happy. From my very first piano recital to my grades in school, all of these were filled with screaming and fights between my parents. My father would destroy things and blame my mother because I didn't meet up to his expectations as a child. It seemed like I was a burden to both of my parents, and the identity that got ingrained into me was worthless. Fast forwarding to college where I came to know God, the hardest thing to grasp was his identity as a loving father. I could intellectually accept that because I have seen some pretty good fathers in my life, but I had a hard time emotionally embracing that. But because I came to see that the evidence stacked in favor of Christianity and that I was a grave sinner in need of a savior, I accepted Jesus into my life. Even though I experienced freedom from being forgiven, due to my misconceptions of a loving father, I struggled a lot maintaining this new identity given to me. I didn't feel loved. I couldn't pinpoint why because I knew and believed that I am forgiven, but subconsciously, I saw God the same way my father saw me, worthless. Like my father, because I didn't meet his expectations, he barely put up with me because I'm just his child. And similarly for God, I am now his child, but I felt like he was barely putting up with me because I kept sinning. I knew this was contrary to what I would read in Romans 8:1 and 1 John 1:9, but I couldn't break out of it. I was finally put into a situation where I had to dig into the past pains of my relationship with my father, and as I grappled with my identity as a sinner, I needed to extend that same truth to my own father. It was only through this that I was able to properly grieve and extend grace. It was only after this that the earthly father's words took less root. It didn't happen immediately, and it still doesn't come naturally. But as I have trusted in what Jesus had done for me on the cross, I have been trusting the new identity and title that he gives me. Not because I feel like it's true, but because those were his words.